What's good, Polly? Gay. It's your boy, KeeSeeY. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I got another good reaction for y'all. This is another trending reaction. I think it's like number 9 trending right now. 7 actually. 7. I was wrong. 7 trending, as you guys can clearly see. This is Skip and Shannon Sharpe. If you guys have not watched them, I'm big fans of this show. I used to like First Take, but First Take hasn't been what it used to be. Stephen A. Smith is still good and everything, but sometimes his takes are crazy. It's like, bro, what are you saying? And the other times it's like, okay, I see why you on this show. But yeah, Skip also has some outrageous takes. I be listening to Skip, and I just be like, Skip just have to disagree just to keep the show going sometimes. But his LeBron takes, I think he genuinely feels that way about LeBron. Honestly, I really do. And I don't like it because I'm a LeBron hater low key, but I'm not like that big of a hater. Like I like acknowledge his greatness, what he's done in the league so far. I acknowledge those things. He's probably one of the greatest players to ever do it. In terms of an NBA player, LeBron has the perfect build. I don't care what anybody says throughout any era. He could play in any single era of the NBA because he has the perfect build for an NBA player. 6'8", strong, athletic, He developed his game to where he could shoot better, could drive it in, could overpower a big man, could run past a big man, could overpower a guard. Like, you can't really guard him. Only people that can guard him maybe like small forwards, but still, they're usually a little bit smaller than him. So he's just a perfect size, perfect build for an NBA player. But anyway, y'all, the Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill. Can y'all believe that? Because, shoot, I can't. When I saw the news, I was like, fake news. Kept scrolling. You know what I'm saying? And then I done seen it like 4 or 5 different times. I had to Google it to make sure. Because I was like, ain't no way the Chiefs traded one of their best receivers on the team. Like, bro, him and the Pat Mahomes, the Tyreek Hill was just like, I love watching it. That's the only reason why I used to watch the Chiefs. Him, the Tyreek Hill, and Pat Mahomes, the Travis Kelce. But anyway, y'all, let's see what these boys got to say about it.
According to a new report, the Kansas City Chiefs have granted Tyreek Hill permission to look for a trade. The Jets and Dolphins are apparently in some serious talks to acquire the receiver. He's looking for a big new contract after seeing all the money flying around in free agency. Very intriguing situation. Shannon, what's your reaction?
I don't blame him at all.
I'm not surprised. I think he's entering like his final year of the contract, Skip, and he saw what Devontae Adams just got. And he says, you look at my numbers over the last 3 to 4 years, I'm right there with Devontae Adams. And he's going to want a massive payday. And the Chiefs I don't believe they're in position to give him the kind of payday that he's going to want. Now, you look at the Jets. It says he's in serious negotiation right now with the Jets and the Dolphins. The Jets have the number 4 pick and the number 10 pick. The Dolphins have the number 29 pick and San Francisco's pick next year.
Yep.
If Tyreek just wants the money, I'm going to the highest bidder. But I hope he knows his life is never going to be the same. Zach Wilson and Tua, they're not Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a phenomenal talent. And you're going to make a lot of money, but you're not going to be the same. I don't know if he understands that, Skip. But I get it. He wants his money. Devontae Adams went for a first and a second-round pick. Tyreek's going for at least a first and more and he's going for at least that compensation.
Yeah.
You look at that speed, Skip, the way he can take the top off, he's going to get a big payday, deservingly so, but it's going to leave Kansas City real thin. They just signed Juju. Mecole Hardman is still there. Josh Gordon, I'm not sure he's going to be back on the team. Marquise Valdes-Scantling is visiting them today. But, Skip, this is a shocker to me. I'm not surprised because of the money that's being thrown around.
Before Skip talks, I agree with Tyreek Hill. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, he's not going to be the same because you're not with Patrick Mahomes. Why would you leave Pat? It's your legacy's more important than the money. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? The legacy's more important than the money. Like, are y'all really serious right now? This man went to like 2 or 3 Super Bowls with the Chiefs, won one of them. And he did a great job. Like, his legacy's still intact. I'm pretty sure he's going to go down as a Hall of Fame receiver. The man played great with Patrick Mahomes. And honestly, I think if he goes to the Dolphins, which I think he got traded to the Dolphins, I think they just confirmed that. I honestly believe that's going to help out Tua and that offense a lot. Because one thing I would say is I criticized Tua since being in the NFL. I said I don't think he's a top quarterback. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he's a top tier QB like everybody hyped him up to be. And when I look at Tua now, I honestly think this will be a good fit for him. I think Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle is already doing okay. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle is going to be a crazy duo for that team. And then another thing is I want them to get like a big receiver, big bulky tight end type of receiver. Because I think they need a big receiver because Tyreek Hill is on the smaller side. Jalen Waddle's on the smaller side. So if they get a bigger receiver, I feel like that would have their receiving core as like they have a good receiving core if they do that. But they probably already have one. I'm not for sure about the Dolphins receivers. I just know about Jalen Waddle. That's it. But yeah, I think this will be a good trade for the Dolphins. I don't know about the Chiefs. Who would the Chiefs get in return? I think like 5 draft picks or something like that.
All I know for sure is in my lifetime of watching and studying your game of professional football, I have never seen anyone faster in pads than this still fairly young man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I first saw it when my Oklahoma Sooners lost to the arch rival Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Right.
And Bob Stoops made the mistake of punting. He actually had a do-over and punted again, and they punted again to I didn't know that much about Tyreek. I'd heard about him and read about him, but I didn't know he was that. And it was ball game because he is as lethal a weapon as I've ever seen at the wide receiver position as far as just pure lethal. I'm talking about you taking the top off your head.
Yeah.
Where the speed is so blinding, and he can catch it.
Every catch, every time the ball's in his hands, there are very few players say, you know what? No, he's literally a threat to go to the house.
To the house.
There's not another receiver that could have caught the play that he had against Buffalo, against 22 man, split it, and go to the. There's not another receiver in the NFL could have done that.
And once he planted and cut, it's just like it's over. You can just see everybody else is in slow motion.
Like,
where you say, what?
How?
How? It's just a rare quality that I don't see. I still think Devontae's the best receiver. I think he's a little bit, just to me, I take nothing away from Cooper Kupp, but I'll go Devontae. I'm happy for Devontae. He got out from under Aaron, and he got his money to play for a team that he said yesterday he grew up loving, wanted to be a Raider. Way to go. And again, Green Bay, Las Vegas. I think I'll take Las Vegas.
Yeah, and you let my contract. Don't think I didn't think y'all made me play 2 years. I could have gotten hurt and not gotten this money. So don't think.
I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I think Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the NFL right now. He's young, and the dude, I seen rookie year, that man is incredible. The best to do it right now in the league. And then they got some crazy people in the AFC, like some top teams that they were playing against. So I think he's one of the best. I think Devontae Adams, of course, is the best. I'm going to rank those right now. I got Jamar Chase, number 1. Number 2, this is just currently in the league. Number 2, I got Devontae. 3, Tyreek. 4, Cooper Kupp. I think those are the top 4 receivers in the NFL right now. I don't have anybody for 5 right now. I got to look at the whole receiver list of the top receivers in the NFL and get my number 5 pick out there. But those are the top 4, in my opinion. Some people may disagree with Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp's a great receiver. He had the best stats out of all the receivers this year. Don't get me wrong, he's hella underrated, but I mean he just got on the map now, so I think he's a great receiver. The only reason why I got those other guys ahead, I'm just talking about pure raw talent, like quickness, elusivity, like catching ability, and all that other stuff. I just think they're just a little bit more athletic and stuff. But I think Cooper Kupp is probably one of the more well-rounded receivers in terms he knows how to run his routes. He moves that boy Cooper Kupp can move. He can move when he catch that ball, though. Don't get me wrong now. Get him in open space, that boy can move. And he just knows how to get open. That's the biggest thing I see with Kupp. He knows how to get open, and he can catch that ball. He's a for sure catcher. He ain't dropping passes. I don't think I've ever seen him drop a pass, to be honest with y'all. But anyway, y'all, let's get back to it.
I didn't forget that.
There you go. The other thing, to your point, that Tyreek has in Kansas City is this rare rapport with that quarterback because the quarterback trusts him like crazy. The quarterback will just throw it up to him. Because that Super Bowl turned on that play where Mahomes got a rusher in his face and he just
retreats.
It's almost blind. He just throws it because he knows he's out there somewhere. And he basically threw him a punt. And Tyreek found it in the air. It's hard to, you did it for a living. You're in the Hall of Fame. But especially balls thrown that far, that deep, it's hard to gauge them. It's hard to steady your steps to get yourself underneath.
Seems like the ball is coming in slow motion.
It is. It's hard, and he can do it at the highest of levels. He's the best deep threat in pro football.
And we saw Patrick Mahomes just throw one up against Cleveland opening day, Skip. that really broke the game open.
Just throw it up. And what happened? That game at Tampa Bay, going back 2 years ago, late in the year before the bye week, the late bye week. What did he have in the? He had 200 plus.
203.
203 in the first quarter, and I'm saying, you double him. They tried to put Carlton Davis, who's pretty good. They just re-signed him. He's pretty good.
Yeah, but you ain't.
He had no choice.
You're not playing Tyreek single coverage, not single high safety.
You can't do it. And finally, Todd Bowles.
You can't play a man-to-man.
I give up. And in the second quarter on, they did a pretty good job of at least keeping him to a low roar.
Right.
And to me, in the end, I know he's got rapport and a real wavelength with KeeSeeY, but the one that, if I'm rooting against him, the one that scares me the most is Cheetah.
Because he's the guy that, so what he does is that he makes everybody run up out of there. Now KeeSeeY get to work one-on-one with a linebacker or a safety, and he has all that space to work with because everybody's running downfield because they know Tyreek can literally take the top off the coverage.
KeeSeeY can hurt you. The other guy can kill you.
Yes.
You know, like, right?
Yeah.
So in the end, I look at what's left there, and I say, okay, they added Juju, and you said Valdez-Scantling is a possibility, and Mecole's still there.
They're not Tyreek.
Okay, none of them. And Josh Gordon is still there.
I like Juju alongside Tyreek.
I got
it.
And they even added Justin Watson. Remember him from Tampa Bay?
Right.
Brady threw 2 balls to him early on in the first year. Both of them got pick 6.
See, I thought that's how it was going to be. Juju with Tyreek and KeeSeeY. That would have been that would have been a deadly trio. I would have said the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl right now, if that's how it was going to be next year. And honestly, y'all, I just want to see one more Pat Mahomes and Tyreek Hill, man. I'm going to be robbed of it. I'm going to miss those moments, those throws from Pat Mahomes to him. But this will be interesting because this will prove right here. Patrick Mahomes does not have his top receiver in the NFL. So going into next season, this is going to prove, is Patrick Mahomes really the real deal? Apparently, someone said he went 7-1 without Tyreek when Tyreek was injured. So let's just see if he can get like a 8-4 record, an 8-4 record going in to next season. At least 8-4. You know what I'm saying? As long as he can get something like that, 8 wins, 4 losses. I'm curious to see. I think he could do it, but let's see.
The end of him with Tom Brady, so he's now on this roster, but. There's been an old cliche around this league for years, dating back to the 70s, that wide receivers in the end are a dime a dozen.
No, they're not.
Okay, they're not at this level. Not like this.
Right.
Maybe in the mid-level you can mix and match and be just fine. Not like this.
Yeah, it's like the quarterbacks. There's a difference between the top 5 quarterbacks and then quarterbacks 6 through 10, and then 11 through 15. There's difference. There's degrees to this. And so when you start talking about the top of the top, there's a difference. And this kid is the top of the top because, like you said, he can get deep, and you can give him a spot route. You can give him a 5-yard route, and he's a threat to hit his head on the goalpost.
He is, and he catches it.
Yes.
He's got really good hands.
And he still has return ability. You can put him back there at the punt. And remember, Skip, he took a punt back.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Loss for Patrick Mahomes to me.
Yes.
Because all these other guys, they end up just guys.
They're guys. Yeah, guys.
Ugh.
But Kansas City ain't got
Great stuff,
100+
gentlemen.
million for a
We'll see
receiver.
how this story develops.
But anyway, y'all, dang, that sucks. But at the same time, it's going to test Patrick Mahomes next season. I think he'll do good next season. But I don't know. This is really going to test him. A lot of people give him a lot of hate if he doesn't. I'm not going to give him hate. I'm just going to be like, look, it's his first season without his top receiver. He could bounce back again the next year after that. But if he does good next year, then this just proves that Patrick Mahomes is a top quarterback in the league. Right now, he is a top quarterback in the league, but it proves that he's the best QB in the league if he could do it next year and make it to like at least to the conference playoffs or whatever, the conference and the playoffs, the divisional round. One of those two. If he can make it there, then I would say that he's probably the best quarterback right now in the league. But yeah, y'all. Anyway, on that note, it's your boy KeeSeeY. Have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like the video, cause Paulie gang. Yo, we out.